Welcome to your daily 5-minute crypto brief with Satoshi and Nova. Today is July 11th, 2025. I am Nova.
I am Satoshi.
So let's start with that market snapshot then. Bitcoin hitting over $116,000. I mean, that's a new all-time high. What's really pushing this, do you think? Those short liquidations were pretty wild too.
Definitely wild. That 116K mark, it's not just random. There's serious institutional money coming in. Plus, a lot of positive feeling about maybe getting some crypto-friendly policies in the U.S.
As a shorts.
Oh, yeah, over $760 million liquidated fast. That just shows the power behind this move. People betting against it got squeezed hard, which, pushes the price even higher.
And it's not just Bitcoin, right? Altcoins are moving too.
Absolutely. Ether's back over $3,000, which is a key level. And you're seeing solid gains in things like BNB, Solana, XRP. The whole tide seems to be rising.
Okay, but then you have the meme coins. The report says they're in full-on rally mode, PEPE, BONK jumping. But analysts are warning it could dump just as fast. Is this just the usual warning or something specific this time for you, the listener?
It's mostly the usual pattern, and it's a good warning to heed. The total value there is over $68 billion now, which sounds huge. But the way these things trade, it's very sentiment-driven.
Meaning quick rises, quick falls.
Exactly. They can pump incredibly fast, but they can dump just as quickly. So while the overall market mood is definitely bullish, maybe even leaning into greed, Bitcoin's RSI, the Relative Strength Index, is getting up near 70.
Right, and 70 on the RSI, for people tracking momentum, that usually signals things are getting a bit frothy, overbought.
Typically, yes, it often screams maybe time to sell or expect a pullback. But with the institutions involved now, maybe the old rules don't apply quite the same way.
So it could mean something different this time.
It might suggest a new higher floor is forming rather than an immediate crash. Maybe we see some consolidation, a dip back to, say, the 112K or 113K zone, but not necessarily a huge drop-off. It's something to watch.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Policy and the bigger economic picture. There's this stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, moving through the U.S. House. What's the deal there?
Yeah, that one's significant. It basically mandates stablecoins have one-to-one backing with reserves and sets up a federal licensing system.
And that's seen as good for crypto?
Long-term, yes, definitely bullish. Clear rules, reserve requirements, federal oversight. That's exactly what big institutions want to see before they jump in more heavily. It kind of legitimizes crypto dollars.
But then throwing a wrench in the works, maybe? President Trump talking about 35% tariffs on Canada, maybe more elsewhere. How does trade tension play into crypto?
It's complicated, right? Usually trade wars strengthen the U.S. dollar, but they also make investors nervous, looking for safe places to put money.
Like gold.
Like traditional gold, yeah. But increasingly, Bitcoin is being seen as digital gold. So these tensions could actually boost Bitcoin demand as a kind of safe haven, even if a stronger dollar is technically a headwind. Expect more volatility, basically.
And speaking of volatility, the Fed, Governor Waller, talking about ongoing quantitative tightening, shrinking the balance sheet, but also suggesting a rate cut in late July. That sounds...
contradictory.
It is contradictory, and that injects uncertainty. QT tightens money supply, which isn't great for assets like crypto. But a rate cut is usually bullish, so the market gets jumpy, reacting to every little hint from the Fed. More short-term swings likely.
Okay, and zooming in on just the last day or so, some big events happen. Anything really stand out?
Well, the GMX exploit is pretty major. $42 million drained from their older contracts on Arbitrum. They had to halt trading there.
Ouch. Highlights the risks in DeFi, I guess.
Definitely highlights smart contract risk.
Yeah.
But what's also interesting is GMX offered the hacker a 10% bounty to return the rest. It's like negotiating with hackers.
Yeah.
A weird new frontier in DeFi security, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting angle. And then Ripple's CEO was talking to the U.S. Senate.
Yeah, Brad Garlinghouse. He was basically pleading for clear rules, calling the current situation a legal minefield.
How did the market react to that?
Positively, actually.
Yeah.
XRP jumped about 5% while he was testifying. It shows how much the market wants regulatory clarity. Getting rid of that legal gray area could really unlock growth.
So pulling this all together, what does this mean for you, the listener, trying to make sense of these markets?
Well, look, the overall feeling is definitely bullish right now, but you absolutely need caution. Mid-July can have lower trading volume, which means prices can swing more wildly.
Right.
And that meme coin frenzy. Sometimes that's a sign the market's getting a bit overheated. Things are still vulnerable to macro shocks or, some unexpected regulatory news.
So what's the big takeaway for you? What should people be thinking about?
I think the core question is this. Bitcoin's at record highs. Regulators are finally getting involved. Is this crypto growing up? becoming a real mainstream asset? Or are we just heading into another, maybe even more unpredictable phase? And crucially, how do you think about Bitcoin as digital gold in your own strategy when these global trade tensions are heating up?
Enjoyed the brief? Please like and subscribe. We deliver fresh market updates, macro signals, and crypto news daily in just 5 minutes. Live streams coming soon. Stay tuned.